And I know somebody didn't know this. You might want to kiss them, lightly touch them, play around with them, and lightly, very lightly suck on them. And this is one of those unlikely ones, or the ones that you wouldn't really think of right away. And that really drives him there. It takes him up another notch. And if he's a baldy boy, you can do so much with a baldy. Hey friends, Nokie Evans here, author of Spice It Up. It's time to revive your intimacy. And your favorite sexual intimacy coach. How are you doing today? Hey sis, I got a good one here for you today. Have you ever wondered what areas or what parts of the body you should touch your man to get him aroused and to get him ready for that intimate moment? Well, if you are one of those people who've been wondering where to touch him to turn him on, or where to touch him to drive him crazy, where to touch him to get him going, this video is for you. On this video, I'm going to give you not one or two, but 11 most common places where you can touch your man to turn him on and get him ready for that special moment. Well, before I get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I have a favor to ask of you. It turns out most people who are watching my videos are not subscribed. You guys, it's totally free. Please do me a favor and go ahead and click that subscribe button, and remember to ring that little notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, YouTube will notify you. So, what are those sensitive areas in your man's body that you can touch to get him going, to get him ready for that special intimate moment? These sensitive areas are also called erogenous zones. These areas are mostly sensitive because of the concentration of nerve endings. So it's important for you to know these areas so that they become your target areas. Let me caution you though that this video, of course, is a generalization. Your man may be different. Some of those areas in your man's body may be different. So it is up to you, my sister, to find out for yourself which areas turn him on. And for you to successfully do that, you'll definitely need to communicate with him. Not only that, you also need to pay special attention how he reacts when you touch whatever area you are touching or targeting. Okay, sis? Trust me, once you know those areas that are his hot spots, it will be much easier for you to get him aroused and ready for that intimate moment. I also do want to encourage you to keep exploring your man's body and checking in with him how this works. If your man is one of those red types that don't like to express their emotions or how they are feeling, that's when you really need to communicate with him to find out if this is working. How is this, babe? How is this feeling? Is this okay? How do you like this? You get my point, right? Okay, let's get on with this 11 most common hotspots in a man's body. Some of them you'll be wondering, really? Because they are not so obvious, okay? In no particular order, at number 1, the ears. Oh my goodness, a part of the body that is highly sensitive. That is around the earlobe. Lightly kiss and touch the earlobe or the edges of his ear. And for some people, they even find it very, very arousing to have their spouse stick their tongue inside their ears. Count me out on the sticking of the tongue, guys, please. With that being said, you know what I'm going to say next. Good hygiene. Good hygiene is paramount. Good hygiene is very, very, very important with whatever part of the body you're going to be kissing or getting in contact with. Please, guys, let's encourage our spouses to be on top of their good hygiene routine, okay? At number 2, the neck is another area that is highly sensitive, especially on the sides of the neck and around the collarbone. You can lightly touch these areas. You can lightly kiss his neck and it can really get him turned on. So the neck is another area that you might want to explore. Don't forget the collarbone. Okay, moving on to the third highly sensitive and hot spot on your man's body. Did you know that the inner thighs are also a highly sensitive area? Lightly stroking and massaging his inner thighs, it will build up the anticipation and excitement ready for that special moment. So why don't you explore and try stroking lightly his inner thighs and massaging them gentle? You'll see that in no time that big guy will be ready for that next moment. Okay, now the fourth highly sensitive hot spot in your man's body that you might wanna explore, my friend, is, and I know somebody didn't know this, the nipples. Believe it or not, it's not just women who have highly sensitive nipples. Some men, it's important for me to stress on this one that not every man has sensitive nipples. However, nipples on a man can be highly sensitive. You might want to kiss them, lightly touch them, play around with them, and lightly, very lightly suck on them. In no time you're going to feel them changing. They become harder, just like you girls' nipples. They will become harder as you lightly touch them, and as they're getting harder, that is a sign that he is responding to that special touch or to that kissing or sucking or whatever you are doing. Okay, girl? If you are enjoying this video so far, don't forget to click that like button so that other people looking for similar content may find it. Now, moving on to the fifth area that is a hot spot in your man's body, and that is his lower back. Yes, his lower back is very sensitive. This is the area around the small of the back by the end of the spine. That area is highly sensitive to touch, so it's good for massages. When you massage him, or you just come from behind him, say maybe he's doing something, standing or whatever he's doing, you come behind his back and just hold him by his lower back and rub his lower back gentle with your soft, smooth hands. That will get his attention. Okay, my friend, I hope you're taking note of these things. And remember, if the lower back doesn't work for your man, try the other 10. Okay, at least 2, 3, 4 or 5 of these should work, at least. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's move on to the next area that is highly sensitive and is a hot spot on your man's body, and that is the lips. Of course, the lips. And by the way, I'm saving the best for last. Don't worry, hang in there. Yes, the lips are highly sensitive. You can do 1,000,001 things with the lips. You can kiss them, you can suck them, you can involve them in your kissing games. Whatever it is you're doing, the lips are sensitive. So it's important for you and your spouse to keep your lips well moisturized. It doesn't even take much. No scales or dryness on your lips, no cracked lips. You know what I'm saying? Keep them nice and soft and encourage your men to do the same. It only takes Vaseline, guys. It only takes Vaseline to keep the lips nice and clean and kissable. I call them kissable lips. Make sure that you and your spouse have kissable lips. Moving on to the next area that is highly sensitive on your man's body, my sister, is, and this is one of those unlikely ones, or the ones that you wouldn't really think of right away, and this is the hair and scalp. Yes, believe it or not, whether he's got locks or whatever hairstyle he has, you can pull on the hair, especially during that intense moment. And when it comes to the pulling of the hair, you gotta do it gentle. Do not do it from the tips or from the ends, because that is painful. So you wanna do it from the roots, especially during that time. A good example will be during an orgasm. When you are orgasming, you can pull on his hair, and that really drives him there. It takes him up another notch. And if he's a baldy boy, you can do so much with a baldy. That is a man who is clean shaven. You can massage that bald scalp. Even when they have hair, you can run your fingers through the hair. You can massage the scalp. Massaging the scalp feels so good for most people, for men too. So if he's a baldy, it's even even easier because you got easy access. You can massage his bald head. Most men enjoy having their bald heads massaged, and it drives them out of their minds. So don't overlook that bald head. If your man is a baldy, and if he's got locks or he's got hair, run your fingers through his hair and just massage his scalp. Okay, sis? All right, let's move on to the next hot spot on your man's body. This is another interesting and something that you wouldn't even think of, and it's right in front of you, and that is the hands and fingers, especially the fingertips. The fingertips are loaded with nerve endings, so lightly touching them and kissing them can create some sensual connection. So do not overlook the fingertips. However, you know what I'm about to say, right? Make sure his hands are clean and he's got his fingernails trimmed, because fingernails and hands, especially for some guys, not every guy, for some men will go to the bathroom and not even wash their hands. So be careful with this one. If you know that his hygiene kind of lacks somewhere, skip this one. But for those of you who really know that he just took a shower or he just washed his hands, then go ahead and just kiss his fingers. The fingertips are loaded with nerve endings, and that is going to cause that sensual connection between you two, causing him to be aroused. Okay, and then the next hot spot that I want to mention when it comes to your man's body, my friend, believe it or not, his buttocks. Yes, his bum. Oh, that one too is a good area to play around with, whether you want to squeeze it, squishy, and we want to massage it, you want to rub it, you want to do whatever you want to do. Yes, it's up to you. The options of playing around with the butt are endless. Okay, and of course, for the one that you've been waiting for, that is his genital area. Yes, indeed. But Nokie, which part exactly is sensitive around that area? I'm so glad you asked, sis. You know what is sensitive in that area? That head. The head is very sensitive, okay? The head is super sensitive, and that frenulum that I mentioned in my last video, that area is highly sensitive because it is loaded with nerve endings. So that's the area that you want to play around with. Because it's sensitive, you need to be very gentle with it. You need to be very gentle, because you don't want to hurt your man, you don't want to injure him. Otherwise, guess who is gonna lose? Not only him, but you, girl. You're gonna be starving if you hurt him. You better not hurt him. Okay, and then you move down to the two little guys where they meet the man himself. That area right there, kind of put a little pressure, like squeeze. You can squeeze the little guys. Girl, be creative with this thing, okay? You're going to enjoy the reaction or the response. Yes, don't neglect or forget the area where the two little guys meet the man himself, especially during oral sex, or when you're just touching him or caressing him or just massaging him. Go all the way. His body belongs to you, right? So don't be scared. Be free to explore. Another area that I almost forgot to mention, did you know that the feet and toes also are sensitive? Yes, they are. Not for every man though. Some men's feet are very sensitive, and so are the toes. So you can massage them, play with them, do whatever you want to do with them. I know for ladies, we love having our big toe kiss, because that's a huge turn on. Try that with your man. However, make sure that his pedicure is on point. He does not have nails. Anything with nails, sis, skip. Do not mess around with anything with nails, because there's so much dirt that hides underneath the nails, both the toenails and the fingernails. So in all of this, as you are exploring and finding out exciting things about your man's body, which will vary from person to person, make sure that good hygiene is the first priority. I will also stress that do not do anything that is not comfortable for you. Make sure that whatever you do, whether it's kissing or massaging or whatever, putting a little pressure, whatever you're doing, make sure that you, sis, you are comfortable doing it, and make sure that your man is comfortable as well. It's about both of you and not just one person. You need to be in agreement with most of these things. If your man indicates that something that you are doing or touching is not comfortable or is painful or you feel some kind of way, just move on to the next part. Same with you guys. And by the way, on the next video, I'm going to be giving you the hot spots on your body that your man should know about. So you want to share the next video with him, and also share this one with him as well. I sure hope that you found this video very useful and informative. Don't forget to check the description box below where I'm going to leave the details of my book Spice It Up, It's Time to Revive Your Intimacy, and the link to my calendar so that you can book that coaching